1965 was an interesting year in American numismatics and coin collecting. Up until that time, most U.S. coinage was 90% silver, and on a yearly basis, the U.S. Mint would release both a uncirculated mint set and a proof set of each year. So here we have in the white envelope, and you can see there it says 1964 UC. We have the blue Philadelphia Mint coins and the red Denver Mint uncirculated sets. So these coins, the $50, the $quarter, and the dime, are 90% silver. And on this side, in the yellow envelope, we have, you can see there it says 1964 PC for proof coins. We have the also 90% $50, quarter, and dime. And the proof coins were minted up until this time in the Philadelphia Mint. And because of many factors, one of which being the rising cost of silver, the U.S. government decided that 1964 would be the last year it would issue circulating 90% silver coinage. Because of this, there was a lot of hoarding of 90% silver coins, the mainly dimes, quarters, and $50. And so that in turn caused a pretty big coin shortage of circulating coins. So the U.S. Mint made several big decisions during this time. One of which was that all the coins minted in 1965 were minted without mint marks. So it didn't matter if they were minted in Denver, San Francisco, they didn't have the mint mark. And as we mentioned, the compositional change was that the dime and quarter no longer contained silver, and the $50 now contained 40% silver. And the U.S. Mint really focused all its resources on minting new coins and getting them out in circulation to try to combat this coin shortage. So I'm sure there are a lot more factors involved, but that's what we're covering right now. And that brings us to the United States Special Mint sets. So here we have the 1965 release and presentation. Then we go 1966 and 1967. So we'll look at them in that order, and we'll look at them briefly. The 1965 version came also in a white-ish, it's not so white anymore, envelope. And again, the designation changed. Here we have this uncirculated coins envelope, and then we have the proof coin envelope. And with this release, they designated it Special Mint Sets. It's usually SS or SMS. So let's go ahead and look at these coins, beginning with the 1965 presentation. Okay, so if we open the envelope, we pull out two pieces of cardboard, and between the two pieces of cardboard, we have this, and I'll just read a little bit about it. I think it's interesting that up here it says Washington, D.C. 2022. Look at that. They just added on a zero by mistake. Anyway, it says, "Dear friend," and this is the presentation. "Dear friend, these coins, which constitute our first issue of United States Special Mint Sets, were struck at the U.S. Assay Office at San Francisco, California. In addition to the 1965 dated nickel and cent pieces, the set contains 3 new clad coins authorized by the Coinage Act of 1965. Special mint sets are made from specially prepared and polished blanks and struck on high tonnage presses with polished dies." So we see that we have kind of a marriage between the previous versions of the annual releases of uncirculated and proof coins. So they were struck, these special mint set coins, on polished dies, it says, but they probably didn't get as many strikes as proof coins do. Proof coins generally get multiple strikes, and so they have a very special look to them. So they do look somewhat proof-like, but they're not quite as reflective as proof coins tend to be. And they're not quite as satin finished as the uncirculated coins tend to be. But here we have it. We have the Lincoln cent, the Roosevelt dime, which was no longer silver. This is a clad coin. We have the Jefferson nickel. We have the Washington $50. Again, no longer 90% silver. And we have the Kennedy $50, which is now composed of 40% silver. So let me keep it on this here. So here we have the reverse of all the coins. And so this is the presentation of the 1965 special mint set. So for 3 years, from 1965, 1966, and 1967, there were no mint sets, there were no proof sets. We have these special mint sets. So in 1966, we get this new presentation, no longer the flat pack, but we have them in this navy blue box or case. And let me get this open real quick. And I will say very briefly, I don't need the gloves. I just thought it might be a little less distracting. So I'm wearing the gloves, but I don't need them. I'm not touching any coins directly with my fingers. But here we're opening the box, and here we have the new presentation of the United States Special Mint set. There we have it. So there is the $50, the quarter, the dime, the nickel, and the 1 cent piece. And here it says, if you can read that, packaged by U.S. Mint. Up here it says United States Special Mint set. So this set is encased in this plastic holder, and there are some varieties, one of which, we'll see how close I can get this here. I don't know if you can see the FG of Frank Gasparo right next to the eagle there. But one of the varieties there is the No FG 1966 Special Mint set $50, and the double die obverse, which this coin is neither one of those varieties, but you would get doubling in the In God We Trust and on Kennedy himself, I believe. So that's the new presentation. I will be putting the mintages of each of these sets in the video. So let's move on to the 1977 set, which came in the same presentation basically as the 1976. So here it is. And there we have it. There's the 1967 Kennedy $50, the quarter, the dime. This lighting is very tricky because of the plastic, but there we have it. So again, the finish is it's nice. I like it. It's not quite the uncirculated kind of satin finish of the mint sets, and not quite the reflective fields of the proof sets, but they are special, and I think the name describes them well. So there we have it. I will mention briefly that up until 1990, this was unknown, but in 1990, some 1964 special mint sets appeared on the market, and there are only a handful known sets, maybe about between 20 and 50, I believe. So obviously I'm not able to get a hold of those, but these you'll see on the market. They're very common, fairly common. The average mintage of these 3 sets was about 2 million each year. And I bought these for $10 each. You can get them, price fluctuates with the price of silver, but you can get them for around $10 each. So these are the special mint sets from 1965, 1966, and 1967. And thanks for watching. Leave your comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.